Hi everyone. Well, today I have my little setup here to load up ink for another pen. This is another Kaweco. I'm inking all of these first in a series, and then my next series is going to be a whole bunch of TWSBIs. So I've gotten braver with the whole fountain pen thing. I finally learned how to take one apart that I've had for like 6 years and clean it. I will be showing that in an upcoming Fountain Pen Friday video as well. And I'm also modifying it since it's one of my oldest fountain pens. I'm a little braver with it, and I'm going to be doing a nib change and also reassembling it. I wish I had taken more video of it when it was totally filthy and dirty. Figured out how to clean it. It works great. So that will be an upcoming video. But today is a new pen day. And so today I will be unboxing this Kaweco collection one. So this one is aluminum. So certain ones, I think it's their AL Sport, their AL, which is their aluminum pens, as well as the brass and the steel, all come with this special tin. So I've been wanting one of these tins forever, and this is the first one that I've received that is in a tin. If you get the plastic ones, even the limited edition plastic, they come in boxes like these. So this is how I've received my previous Kaweco collection pens, but this is my first one that is in a case. So let's see what it looks like. Comes with a little sticker that can go in my journal. And then let's see what this is. Oh, that's cool. So it gives you the history from 1883 all the way down to today. Certification, who to contact. Wow, it's the first time I've had official paperwork from them as well. That is pretty cool. Okay, so since this one is aluminum, one thing I have learned about this type is that I cannot use the eyedropper method on this because that will, the ink will interact with the metal and corrode it. So we will not be doing that. Yeah. So the one I got is Kaweco AL Sport aluminum. That's what the AL is. This one is in rose gold. So it does feel a little more hefty. So we'll make sure to weigh it and measure it. It feels a little bit more weighted. It's a very comfortable weight though. The plastic ones are pretty light. This is a nice, comfortable weight. Let's see if it comes with a cartridge. Oh, it does. So all the Kawecos that I've gotten that are collection or special edition of some sort all come with this standard international cartridge, short cartridge with blue ink. And I know it's going to sound ironic. I am filling this with a blue ink, but not this blue ink. So I'll show you here in a second. But, oh, let's see what kind of nib. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, I'm glad to know. So I did order this one in the medium nib. I have found with Kawecos, this is my favorite size nib for their particular pens. I got the iridescent pearl in an extra fine, and for my personal taste, it is just too scratchy for me. The ink flow is fine. It does not skip. There's no hard start. Nothing like that. The pen writes fine. It's just because it is an extra fine nib, it is super scratchy to me. The fine nib, I like. That one is better. But if you like that really wet, really smooth glide with the fountain pen ink, I like the medium. That is the perfect glide on my paper. All right, so the aluminum comes in at 0.6 ounces. I think the plastic one was either 0.3 or 0.4. I'll have to look back at my other videos. And as far as grams, wow, this one is hefty. It is at 19 grams. I think the other one was around 9 or 12 grams. Even with ink, I think it was like 14 grams. So this one is at 19 grams. So if you like a little bit of more weight to your pen, you'll probably like this one. So for me personally, I look at the finial on top to decide what type of clip that I want to get. So as you can see, this is the deluxe clip. It has the logo right there. It says Germany right here. And then it has the name of the company right there. I think that's established 1883. So it's really cool. So with that, I like the logo to show next to my words. So I place this in a way where I find where the logo is and then I slide it on there. Now, since it's aluminum, I know this will probably scratch it a little bit, so I don't plan to slide this on and off. Let me see if I can, yeah. So hopefully it can stay put right there. Oh, it's really beautiful. I love how that looks. All right, so let's weigh it with the clip. With the clip, it's gained about 2 ounces. I'm sorry, about 2 grams. It's at 21 grams. And it is at 0.8 ounces. So I am going to be loading it with this little bitty piston. This one is also from the same brand, Kaweco. And this piston, as some people say, it's quite a joke. It is super, super tiny. So you even do better, almost do better sucking out the ink of the Kaweco cartridge here and then refilling it with the ink of your choice. Now, I don't have an extra bottle. If I had an extra sample bottle, I might do that today. I hate wasting ink. So today we are going to piston it. Yeah. So even though this is less, since I'm new to fountain pen inks in general, like I said before, I've just used cartridges like this. I'm kind of experimenting with a whole bunch of new inks. So it's kind of nice for me to be able to go through an ink pretty quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and ink it with this one for this go around. So for this, I'm going to use the Sailor Manyo Haha. Usually haha in Japanese means mother. So this is a really nice, just traditional blue ink. But these sailors just have some really neat features to them. So I am curious to see how it does with a bigger nib with this medium. So that's what we're going to put in here today. I have places to go this afternoon, so I don't want inky fingers, so I'm going to put on some gloves. I seem to have plenty of gloves around this house right now with the pandemic. I think we ordered 2 or 3 boxes and we only went through 1 box during the pandemic, so we did a lot of curbside instead of going out, so I think that saved our glove supply. All right. With these, I usually pull up, pull down. I pull up and then I push it back in. And then I pull up again, just to kind of fill that nib. There we go. That seems full enough for me personally. So my guess is this particular piston only takes about, I'm gonna guess about one milliliter is my, guess. you can see this is the medium nib. And then you can see how much ink I was able to get into it. All right, so let's weigh it with the ink inside now. Okay. With ink inside of it, it is 0.9 ounces. Grams, it is 25 grams. So this is the heaviest one I've had so far. And it doesn't feel too heavy. This feels just right. Because I can almost guarantee you when we get my TWSBI 700R on here, it's going to be a lot heavier. So this again is a pocket pen. I love this size because I have small hands and the barrel of the Kaweco Sports lands right on that part of my hand. That's where the weight distribution is, and it feels very comfortable for me personally. All right, so let's go ahead and test this out. So here's a couple of the other ones that I've had so far. That's the extra fine nib in the iridescent pearl. This one is the olive in a medium nib. So my guess is this one's going to look really similar to this one. And this one is the Bordeaux that I have in a fine nib. So on day 2, after the ink had time to settle a little bit more, I went ahead and did another write with all 3 pens. None of them are leaking. I feel confident enough to store them in my Superior Labor leather pen roll. I do leave my pen roll standing up just in case, hopefully to prevent any ink stains within my pen roll. So let's try this one. Very pretty. All right, so let's write what this one is. Sailor Manyo Haha. Really, really pretty. Love it. So I love it has this like, you know, silver chromish nib here along with that on this handle. I think that kind of completes the look when the pen is open. Otherwise, for me personally, it's like I have this rose gold pen and then I have a silver nib. So I do like adding this to match my nib. For me, it feels like my whole pen just flows better together and just adds a nice style to it. Love that. All right, let's get some length measurements. I'm trying to show this closer up as it dries. I really want you to be able to see the variation. It's a blue ink that dries into like this pinkish purple. So like on some of these, on these S's in person, the middle portion of them has like a pinkish purple color, whereas the tops are blue. I don't know that this lighting on the camera is going to show it. So one of those things, you just have to see this particular ink in person. It's amazing. I'll try to show them better when I do my ink swatch video. That will be coming up soon. And I think if you see this splotched out, you'll really get to see what I'm talking about. Okay, now for some measurements on the aluminum Kaweco AL Sport. You'll see it's about 4 1/4 inches when it's capped. And for centimeters, it is about 10 1/2 centimeters. Now let's do it capped. I'm sorry, now let's do it posted. So the nice thing with the sports is they all post. So when it's posted, it's about 13 centimeters, 5 1/8 inches long. And again, with the ink, one more time, I've used a little bit of ink in my first right there. I'm at 25 grams right now with the ink. So one thing that some of you may really appreciate is the sound of the metal on metal instead of the squeaky plastic. That is another benefit of having the aluminum material. So again, I got this one in the medium steel nib. This is my favorite nib that Kaweco makes. I also bought the deluxe clip. It matches everything perfectly so that when you do open up the pen, the top, the clip, and the steel tip all match. Today's travel clip is from Teleférico. This is about 20 minutes from where we lived in Quito, Ecuador. It is located at the top of an active volcano called Pichincha. From here you can see all of Quito. That is Quito down there in the valley. We lived on the very far left, upper left of this corner. That plain strip up there is where the Quito International Airport is located. So from here you can see 10 other volcanoes standing on top of an active volcano. All of these are active, and it's a very beautiful area. Well, if you enjoy Fountain Pen Friday, please subscribe to my playlist. I'm listing it below, and give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.